We're headed towards Malibu. This is Webway. I don't know what this shopping center is, but I mentioned it going the other direction. Oh no, I did, not on this camera. I'm sure I've probably done this on video, but I got so much video on everything that crap just gets lost and you forget you did it and it doesn't go on the internet and this and that. So we are headed to, let's see, where are we? Cross Creek Road. This is going to be a quickie. This is where Brian Longbotham wanted to take me, and he wanted to go to this Starbucks here. This was about, let's say 32, I'm not sure. After the Mike Huntley, we've given you enough rope to hang yourself with, you'd better live a careful life, we're hunting you down to have you killed with the judicial system. Since 5 years old, we're going to make you mentally ill to control you, things that don't make any sense. Government flagging and kill operations. So Brian Longbotham takes me down here, and what he does, he says, let's go to the Starbucks and look for actors or something. I'm like, whatever, you know, sure, whatever. Listen, these aren't things that anyone cares about. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy that asked me about Topanga in the gas station earlier. If Topanga Canyon was closed, he came into the gas station down in Woodland Hills. That guy with the knotted hair and gold shirt. Okay, so that's on a different video. That part won't be on YouTube. He's going to the Malibu Beach here. Brian Longbotham says, let's go here and hang out and look at famous people. Who knows? So, you know, these aren't things that anyone cares about. People that go, Brian, you're weird, so I'm going to kill you. Right? Whatever. If that's Brian's thing, who fucking cares? Well, Brian was originally my visual effects supervisor. Okay, so you understand. Okay, so we come to the Starbucks. Let's say 32, I'm not sure. And Brian Longbotham contacts Tia Leone and Martin Sheen. Okay, so this is the Starbucks here. We'll probably see cars backwards and cryptic patterns like everywhere else, and the mental illness tactics. So Brian Longbotham says, let's come down here. And he has Tia Leone and Charlie Sheen come down. He says, Kevin. And he knows I'm getting into photography, or kind of into digital photography, because I was into film photography before that. And Brian Longbotham says, oh, look, there's Tia Leone, take her picture. Okay? And then maybe a half an hour later, we're taking a walk down here by Marmalade, and Charlie Sheen is down here. And he says, Kevin, take Charlie Sheen's picture. Okay. And then he says, well, you know, send me the pictures because I want to use them for whatever. And I never really sent him the pictures. I wasn't really thinking this way or that. Okay, so we have two pickups backwards here. I was never really thinking about it this way. I also noticed the black and yellow there. There might be more of them. Okay, see, there's a blue and yellow. Okay, and a yellow Hummer. And then we have the two pairs of yellows that followed me back together at the Starbucks back that way when I kind of drove through the lot. Okay, so we might see patterns of groupings of yellows show up the longer I'm here, even though I'm not going to be here very long. So send me the pictures, and I don't really send him the pictures. I don't really have time to deal with the bullshit. And he gets mad or whatever, but whatever. Now after this, Brian Longbotham, on these 1994 internet-based kill networks built by the government that rile the world against me to have me killed over things that don't matter. Now, once again, like the other Starbucks parking or shopping center where the Starbucks was at, notice the two cars, one facing the other backwards, right? So this video going on the YouTube won't have the other locations, but okay. So anyways, after that, the world is told that I'm harassing people with my camera and I'm a paparazzi. Okay, well let's break this down. There are paparazzis out there. They do it for a living. They go out, they take pictures, they do this, they do that. Nobody gives a flying fuck. And they go, oh, you're a paparazzi. I mean, how do you do that? Whatever. Nobody launches worldwide kill networks saying I think someone's a paparazzi. Okay? So, what is it really about? So, anyways, right around here, maybe the Lululemon or Martin Sheen is walking, and Brian Longbotham, I was going to say Weaver because Weaver at 16 and in middle school is involved in the same types of things that don't make any sense. So right around here, Martin Sheen is walking. I take his picture. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Who the fuck cares? He is a public figure. He is used to people taking his pictures. Nobody gives a flying fuck if you take Martin Sheen, Tia Leone's picture, especially them normally. Why are they really doing it? Because they're trying to make me look crazy and abusive and all these things. Okay, so now after that, it's illegal to take people's pictures. You took an actor's picture. We have a worldwide campaign to kill you with Allied Universal Security and worldwide support to kill you because you took a famous actor's picture on private property or whatever. Is not about that. And if I walk around saying there's a worldwide campaign to kill me because I took an actor's picture, people would go, Kevin, you're crazy. Okay, so just notice the reds together there, and then in pairs of twos, and then over here, 2 cars in pairs backwards, which I got so much video of everywhere, showing the pairs of twos tactics. Okay, and then theoretically you can say, well, I took Tia Leone's picture, I took Martin Sheen's picture. So Hollywood, the adult industry, every entertainment industry, every restaurant, every person on the world's hunting me down because I took a public figure's picture. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so now let's take a look here. 2 black Civics together. Okay? So this is all, they're trying to make me think that because Brian Longbotham had Tia Leone come down here, and I took her picture, that's why I'm being hunted to be killed. Because of my crimes of taking a picture of a person in public, linking back to all sorts of angles, from Mike Wexler getting mad at me for taking a film photography class at the University of Colorado and saying, you're not allowed to take pictures of people, and my brother's friend, Brian Longbotham was more like 2005 or something, or 4. These aren't things that anyone cares about. Okay, so we're kind of looping around again. Notice the trucks and twos, 2 white trucks. You're seeing the pattern emerge, even though normally it's a lot worse. Now after this, we have a little funnel cloud here we take video of, and then Brian drives down to Univision. He makes some phone calls, and he drives down to Univision, and he sells them the little news funnel cloud clip, which wasn't really a big deal. When I get down there at Univision, they're trying to guilt me by putting VWs on fire hydrants, showing footage of VWs on fire hydrants, trying to cover up the things my brother was saying he was doing and pinning them on me. So now you're going to say, okay, so notice more twos and pairs backwards over here. So let's do a couple loops around to get some more video while I talk about this. So now you're saying, well, Kevin, there's a worldwide campaign to kill you because your brother claims he and his friends put a Volkswagen on a fire hydrant, which my brother has a history of sending me little threat messages, how he wants to pop my bladder and things like this. Okay? So there's a worldwide campaign for my brother's thing that we don't even know if it really happened. And Brian Longbotham, who has no association with my brother, who I met at Modern Video Film, is hunting me down with the same types of tactics that my brother and all my friends and his friends. And they're coming after me for things that nobody could give a flying fuck about, saying I'm an out-of-control monster and I need to either kill myself or be locked away in jail cells or mental institutions for the crime of taking a picture of an actor in public. Okay, do you know how absurd that sounds? Every actor pretty much wants their picture taken. They don't want to be provoked or anything. Now, the next level was the world told, yes, the world on these 1994 internet-based Kill Kevin internet systems, that I'm harassing people with my camera and things like that. Okay? Once again, none of this exists. The only thing that exists is Brian Longbotham saying, Kevin, take those pictures, and normally, if I was any other person on the planet, nobody would give a flying fuck. So what? You had a camera and you took a picture of an actor. So? Even if I made money off of it. So? Who cares? Nobody would care. I didn't make any money off of it. I couldn't really give a flying fuck, or I couldn't care less. But all these people that are parking cars backwards and in twos, they're using the excuse, well, it's what you did to Tia Leone and Martin Sheen. You gotta be kidding me. I have a worldwide campaign that's trying to make me mentally ill, kill me, lock me away in jail cells and mental institutions because I took a picture of an actor with a cheeseball little camera that was a little compact piece of shit, digital, when digitals first came out. I don't think it was my 10D, but even if it was my 10D Canon, who the fuck would care, right? Okay? This isn't about Tia Leone and Martin Sheen. By the way, side note, after that, Charlie Sheen was told to write all his scripts with mental illness tactics in his shows. Like, what is it, 2.5 Men or something like that? Those are all things directed at me. And Hate and Rage by Brian Longbotham. My family sending these people after me since 5 years old. Once again, the two black Civics. To try to make me think, and there's a white one on this side. To try to make me think that I did something wrong and I deserve to be locked away in jail cells and mental institutions. Kind of like Adolf Hitler taking Jews to the showers and saying, I just want to keep you clean. Okay? It's the same fucking thing. None of this is about what it appears to be. It's about someone that doesn't like me and they want to set me up, frame me. And because they can't set me up and frame me on important things, they're trying to, like big things, they're trying to use the insignificant things that don't matter for my eradication. But my family was hoping that they could get, and the government was hoping they could get Rody Morales to plant those trash bags full of marijuana in my house before marijuana was legal, to eradicate me and say Kevin's a drug dealer and we caught him with all these drugs, which they failed over and over. And that's why I'm rambling off thing after thing my entire life of similar situations, one sequentially after the next for 42 years. Mr. Quigley telling me to punch students, it didn't work. Miss Tunic working angles, showing me Clockwork Orange. My brother showing me horror movies when I was 16 with all his friends, saying Kevin's a crazy man who watches horror movies. I can jump to 100,000. Mr. Baylor cracking the head bolt on the engine and getting mad at me for telling him it was the wrong torquage and him getting embarrassed, so hunting me down. Mr. Baylor, and then Tom Farley and Craig Diamond working all these frame jobs and setup attempts in auto shop class. You name it, are not about some guy that just happened to be out in Malibu taking an actor's picture on this private property, and Allied Universal Security is following me from place to place with death threats, blackmail, paying off black people to punch me in the head and things like that over and over, paying off security guard John Paul Naranjo to attack me 7 punches to the head. That's all because some guy took a picture of a famous actor in public who has a public image of being famous, who wants his picture taken, and he's a public figure, and he's watches people take his picture all day and night, but he just happens to be mad at Kevin Perlman, right? You understand what I'm saying? If an actor has 1,000 people take pictures of him a day in public, but he's only mad at Kevin Perlman, saying Kevin Perlman ruined my life, do you honestly think that they're coming after me because I took a picture of Tia Leone and Martin Sheen? Okay. So now you have to question what this is really about, and we have to trace it back to the roots of 5 years old and the things that were done then, and my brother doing all his road rage shit and saying Kevin did it. All of this linking back to the psychology community and the judicial system flagging and kill operations or eradication operations. We want to remove this 5-year-old child from society with my father, and then they want to make me think that it's my fault. Okay? Now you're watching an entire planet try to torture and eradicate one man since 5 years old. How is that even explainable? It doesn't make any sense, but it's happening. This is the Starbucks where I was at once again. We have more black Jeep Cherokees, just one though, unless 5 or 6 show up right now. I'm not hanging around because I want to go out to like Newport Beach or something and just drive randomly, which my family hates. And they say it's about my mind racing and spinning, and try to turn it into mental illness. And on that note, everything I do to live a healthy life and accomplish things, my family and the judicial system and the entire planet gets mad about that I'm out living my life. So the more I live my life and the healthier I get, the more my family says I need to be put in a mental institution and I'm crazy. Okay. Okay, right here, I think we have 2 Mercedes together, a C300, 2 C300s, a gray and black. I think they just showed up. And then we have another one here. Oh, wait, another 300 and a 350. Let's roll down the windows. So as you can see, I've been here for about 10 minutes. Cars are showing up. Kevin has arrived here. They just at every location in the world. Kevin has arrived here. Kevin's crazy. This isn't happening. He's imagining it. My father, you know what you did. My mother, my past caught up with me. When I asked him specifics, what is this about? They can't answer a specific question. They just state your past caught up with you to try to race my mind or create obsessional looping and things like that with their psychology degrees. Okay, so once again, the pairs of 2s. We're about to leave, but I just kind of wanted to make sure I get enough here to document what's going on. We have a Porsche Mercedes backwards here. Now this is pretty much the Porsche that Lorena Escobar, my father paying off Lorena Escobar to hunt me down and have me killed, my father's office manager, since I was 16, drove. And so they have people follow me around in her car, parking them in 2s like those Mercedes and things like that, right? To try to spin my mind or make it look like I suffer from mind racing or obsessional looping. Okay, so now you have to ask, what is this about? Well, it doesn't make any sense. It's not really about anything but government flagging and kill operations starting at 5 years old. By the way, here's another 300 Mercedes, but he's not parked in the groupings, right? In the pairs of 2s. So that is what this is all about. Just the government hunt down and kill this person. You think that all these people we're seeing right now are mad at me because I took a picture of a public actor who gets 1,000 pictures taken per day of himself. You really believe that in your mind? If you believe that in your mind, you gotta be batshit fucking crazy, right? Okay, so this is not about the trivial things they say it's about to try to make me look crazy. It's about hunting down and exterminating someone. Now, how do they get all these people to help? I cannot answer that question. It is very strange. A therapist, Christina Vescovo, took me here trying to make me look crazy. Is it Marmalade, I think? While they had the restaurant people keep whistling at me, and she just kept saying, just ignore it while we try to get some kind of outburst out of me, right? Okay, so there you have it. I think we're going to continue off down to, who knows, Redondo, Newport, down to LA. I'm not sure. It's Saturday, September 28th or 29th. I'm not sure. Once again, the pairs of reds here together, and the pairs over here backwards, and then the 2 black Civics over here. Now, their argument to me, cryptically, not verbally, cryptically, because if they state the argument verbally, they're going to look crazy, is that because you took a picture of some actors, we have a worldwide campaign to kill you. Okay, so that's obviously not what this is about. It's about the judicial system and psychology community deciding at 5 years old they were going to flag me and try to lock me away in mental institutions and jail cells because my family hates my guts. And that is it. Example. Let me give you an example. We're going to get past all the complexity, and I'm going to give you an example. Let's have a baby. I wanted a girl, but I got a boy, so we're going to kill him or lock him away or rid him of the world. It's that simple, okay? This isn't about all the complex bullshit that doesn't make any sense. I had a child. He's 5 years old. I wanted a girl. I got a boy. Put a bolt in his head. Throw him in a trash can. That's what this is about. It's not about mental illness. It's not about me doing anything wrong. It's just about government flagging and kill operations that seem to start from my own father and family. Okay, so if you think that these people are mad that I came down here at 28 years old or something and took a picture of an actor or actress, and so there's a worldwide campaign to kill me, that, by the way, it all had already been going on since a young age. That's not what this is about. Okay? So why are they doing it? Well, I can't know that because it doesn't make any sense. I just, at 29, my past caught up with me, hinting that I need to leave the country, and my father saying, you know what you did, but no actual argument based on specifics, because they're trying to make me look crazy and trying to create obsessional looping and trying to create paranoia, trying to make it look like I'm a schizophrenic, but it's not about anything. It's very strange. Okay, so that is one of the Malibu Starbucks, where worldwide groups are told to hunt me down and try to torture, make me mentally ill, and kill me. While my father walks around talking about controlling people, which people don't generally talk about. People don't walk around and go out to lunch and saying, how can we control people? I'm going to shove a cattle prod up their ass every 5 minutes. People don't talk like that. Showing that my family are demented psychotic murderers, and I'm the good kid, and they're mad at me. But once again, that's all sort of confusion, and the reality of the situation is, at 5 years old, the government decided they were going to eradicate me with my father, born on Castle Air Force Base, and I can't tell you the specifics or who my father, with his secondary psychology degree, while orthopedic surgeon on that base, was associated with, saying we're going to do these horrible things to his child, and that's what he wants to do, right? Okay, so you get the idea. They're going to say that I suffer from mental illness. They're going to say I'm crazy. They're going to say I need to be put in a mental institution. My family's same argument since 5 years old. They're going to say that this car DVR right here is a crime. They're going to say that the hat I'm wearing earlier today, the cowboy hat, is a crime, and I'm ruining everyone's lives by things that nobody could give a flying fuck about. So what is it really about? Okay, so once again, we're leaving. Here's the Starbucks. This is where Tia Leone was told to follow me. Martin Sheen back there towards the Wells Fargo or Sephora. So I took their pictures. Big deal. Who cares? Nobody would care. This isn't about taking a picture of a public figure. This is about someone who wants me dead and gone. And they're working on this mass conspiracy, which is worldwide, and starts at 5 years old, with the government and psychology community to eradicate my kind, and that is it.